All right, welcome. Today, we're taking a look at the Cardano ecosystem, and wow, is it buzzing right now. Seriously, there's so much activity, from huge tech upgrades to explosions in DeFi and gaming. Something big is definitely in the air. So let's jump in and find out what's making all this noise. What does a thriving digital ecosystem actually sound like? Well, I think it sounds like the nonstop hum of development, the pop of new products launching, and the roar of a user base that just keeps growing. And that is exactly what we are hearing from Cardano. So let's get our tour started and see what's really going on. First up, we're heading straight into the engine room. This is where all the foundational tech lives. The core upgrades that are making everything else we're about to see not just possible, but also incredibly powerful. So the first huge piece of news is a massive technical milestone. The Hydra head protocol just hit version 1.0.0. Now, what's Hydra? Basically, it's a layer 2 scaling solution. Think of it like building a brand new express lane right alongside the main Cardano highway, designed to handle transactions at absolutely unbelievable speeds. Hitting version 1.0.0 means that express lane is now stable, secure, and officially open for business. And that express lane comes with a truly mind-boggling number attached to it. 1 million per second. That's right, Hydra could potentially unlock the ability for Cardano to process over 1 million transactions every single second. This isn't just a small step up, it's a giant leap in what the network can handle. But, a number that big, what does it actually mean in the real world? Well, this slide right here puts that number into some serious perspective. At a potential 1 million transactions per second, Cardano with Hydra isn't just trying to keep up with other blockchains like Solana, it's aiming to blow past some of the biggest payment systems in the world, like Visa, and even digital giants like Alipay. This is a fundamental change in what we thought blockchain scalability could even look like. Okay, so we've seen the upgraded engine. Now, let's head to our next stop on the tour, Cardano's bustling financial district. Because with that kind of power now on tap, it's really no surprise that the DeFi apps built on the platform are seeing a massive surge in activity. In fact, things are so active that some protocols have even reported being under a high load. And while that might cause a few temporary hiccups, it's actually a fantastic sign. It's what success looks like. This isn't a system just sitting there doing nothing. It's being battle-tested in real time by a huge wave of actual user demand. And this number illustrates that demand perfectly. 4.2 million. That is how much ADA is now being actively borrowed on the DeFi platform Surf. That's a new all-time high. And it shows that users have real confidence and are putting serious capital to work inside the ecosystem. And it's not just the established players either. We're seeing newer tools really start to hit their stride. Take the AtomBot, a trading tool from FluxPoint Studios. It just flew past its first huge milestone, surpassing over 100,000 ADA in volume. What's really cool is that this growth is translating directly into rewards for users. The Tokyo Wallet, for instance, just recently distributed over 16,000 ADA to its holders through airdrops. This proves it's not just about abstract numbers. Real value is flowing directly back to the people in the community. Beyond all the raw numbers, the ecosystem is also getting some serious recognition. Wingriders, which is a major decentralized exchange on Cardano, has been nominated for a Cardano Summit Award. That kind of praise shows the growing maturity and the high quality of the projects being built here. Okay, so we're leaving the financial district now. Our tour is going to take us to see just how much the ecosystem is expanding into other areas. We're talking gaming, we're talking AI, and we're talking about real-world enterprise solutions. This is where the sheer diversity of the ecosystem really starts to shine. One of the best signs of a mature and dynamic scene is that you see this cycle of new things starting and old things evolving. And that's exactly what's happening. On one side, you have the exciting public launch of a totally new play-to-earn game, Ultimate Domination. And on the other, the super popular game, Cornucopias, is actually retiring some of its iconic items, which creates rarity and a real sense of history. And this quote from the developers of Ultimate Domination, it just captures the passion behind these projects so well. This isn't just about writing code. It's about months and months of pure dedication, of hard work, and of blood, sweat, and tears finally coming to life for players to actually enjoy. Innovation is also picking up speed in the AI space. The Wise Owl's AI betting bot just announced a huge expansion.
I mean, look at this list. It's now covering a massive range of sports, from football and F1 to hockey and basketball, bringing these really sophisticated AI tools to a much, much wider audience of fans.
And this might be the most powerful development of all. We're seeing Cardano tech breaking into the enterprise world. Nuvola Drive, a decentralized storage solution, is now live on the app stores and has already locked in commercial partners. So we're seeing these huge enterprise solutions that can bring in thousands of people. But that's just one way in. For our final stop, we're heading to the global gateway to see how Cardano is connecting with new people, new ideas, and even other networks, really breaking down the walls of a closed-off ecosystem. And this is a huge deal for adoption. The mega influencer Farokh is officially joining the Cardano movement by claiming tokens for Midnight. Now, Midnight is Cardano's privacy-focused sidechain. So think of it as a special network that runs right alongside the main one, but is built specifically for privacy. And his reason for doing it is so important. For creators with massive audiences, privacy stops being a nice-to-have, it becomes a necessity. And this just begs the question, right? Could this be the first domino to fall? As the whole creator economy gets bigger and bigger, are we going to see more influential voices start seeking out the kind of privacy and security that networks like Cardano can offer? It's definitely something to watch very closely. Connection isn't just about people, it's also about technology. The decentralized storage project IAGON just integrated with Houdini Swap. What this does is make their token available across different blockchains, basically creating a private and seamless bridge for users from other ecosystems to come over and participate in Cardano's economy. It's all about making the front door as wide and welcoming as possible. So that brings our tour to a close. We've seen the engine room, the financial district, the new frontiers, and the global gateways. Let's take a step back for a second and look at the big picture that all these little details are painting. So when you put it all together, the key takeaway is this. The growth isn't just happening in one little pocket. It's happening everywhere, all at once. Foundational tech is unlocking massive scale. The DeFi markets are showing incredible growth. The ecosystem is proving its diversity with all sorts of new applications. And all of this, together, is driving real, tangible adoption. All the signs are pointing to a system that isn't just healthy, but that's actually accelerating. It feels like a living, breathing digital economy that's really starting to hit its stride. And that leaves us with one final thought. With all of these pieces falling into place, just how big can the Cardano ecosystem become? Thanks for watching.